It is indeed true that opposites attract, because Elon Musk and China couldn't be more different from each other. While political borders don't mean anything for Elon Musk, so much so that he's on the mission to establish a colony on Mars, China, on the other hand, loves the borders of its country and rarely wants someone else to enter it. And yet, the two have fallen in love with each other. But how did this happen? The answer lies in the symbiotic relationship between the two. It's basically a you scratch my back, I scratch yours sort of relation. This is Siddhant, and welcome to Let's Do Shots. First things first, China is the world's largest auto market with a high purchasing power and an appetite for luxury cars. So, if you're a company selling cars, you would definitely want to sell in China. But China has never made it easy for foreign car manufacturers to do that. And yet, Tesla has performed really well in that country. So much so that it's the market leader in their electric vehicle space today. So here's what you need to know. Tesla had been selling its cars in China since 2013, but up till 2019, it had been importing cars from the US. Because of the trade war between the United States and China, buying a Tesla in China was super expensive. Tesla's Model S, which cost about $80,000 in the US, cost over $140,000 in China. Why? Because of the import duties and taxes. The only way to reduce the price would be to manufacture locally. Simple, right? Why didn't Musk do this back in 2013 itself? Here's the thing. China's not a big fan of foreign companies setting up local factories in their country to manufacture products. If a company wanted to manufacture locally, they would have to get a Chinese partner and share the technology along with half of the profits with them. Now, this was never going to work for Elon Musk, who was very clear about not sharing Tesla's intellectual property and diluting the brand. But he desperately wanted to tap into China's rapidly growing EV market. Musk too had something that China wanted. Tesla represented the pinnacle of the industry that China wanted to be at the forefront of. The country had big ambitions of being the world leader in electric cars, with 100% adoption by 2035. It believed that if Tesla came to China, it would give local players both competition and inspiration. Sort of like a mother who wants her children to hang out with the smart kids at school so they could learn from them. And hence, the government became more willing to negotiate. In 2018, Elon Musk signed an agreement with China to set up a gigafactory in Shanghai, their first and only one outside of the United States. So, how did Tesla benefit from this? First up, they got really cheap loans. The central bank and Chinese companies such as Tencent invested millions of dollars to construct the factory, and it was completed in record time. It took them just 10 months. Second, and most importantly, Tesla now had a local supply chain and owned 100% of its operations. No joint venture partner and no sharing of profits or technology. This is a feat no other global automaker has been able to achieve so far. Legacy players such as General Motors, Volkswagen, BMW all have had to team up with local partners and split their profits. Third, the Shanghai Gigafactory allowed the company to avoid shipping delays. Let me paint you a picture. It's Diwali, you and your family decide to go buy a car. You do your research, shortlist a car, go to the shop, only for you to realize the car is actually going to get delivered in January, a whole 3 months after Diwali, because they need to import it from another country. With the local plant, Tesla didn't face this issue anymore and was able to accelerate their growth in the region. And fourth, their cars finally became affordable. Clearly, Musk is having a good time in China. But what's in it for the Chinese? First up, all of this happened in the middle of intense trade wars with the US. China used this as an opportunity to announce to the world that, hey, we're open for business. It was almost like cleaning up their own image of making it difficult for foreign companies doing business in China. Second, the Gigafactory didn't just create thousands of jobs, but it also helped other local businesses. The Chinese battery company, which supplies parts to Tesla in Shanghai, has tripled in its share value since Musk's arrival. Third, Tesla forced local players to step up their game, just like the government had hoped for. And now startups like NEO and XPeng have created highly desirable, super stylish, high-end EVs that are giving Tesla itself a run for its money. In fact, NEO takes pride in the fact that it has been inspired by Tesla. Fourth, Tesla's arrival made consumers aspire for electric vehicles. Before Tesla, there were many local companies producing cheaper, compact, low speed electric cars. But Tesla quickly conquered the EV market in China due to its superior brand image and innovative design. It made EVs a luxury commodity. Compared to the cheaper locally made EVs that look like golf carts, Tesla's sleek models were much bigger, faster, and more desirable than the regular EVs, and China loved it. Lastly, more electric cars don't just mean low pollution, but it also means low dependence on oil, and hence lower oil imports from foreign countries, resulting in a lot of money saved, which China could then invest in other projects. You would think that the pandemic would have surely jolted this love story, but no. In 2020, despite a big slump in the automobile industry, Tesla kept going, and the Chinese government made it possible for them. To keep the manufacturing running in the Shanghai factory, the government arranged for secure dormitories for the factory workers, reducing their chances of being infected. They were given buses to travel between the factory and their homes, ensuring they don't have to use public transport. While the whole world was scrambling for disinfectants, masks, and PPE kits, the government supplied all of this to Tesla to ensure the love keeps getting sweeter and sweeter. So, is it a match made in heaven? Uh uh, it's a match made in China.